Game time. Put me in, coach. Today we're talking about Kevin Durant. Should the Warriors actually want Kevin Durant back on this team? Should the Warriors trade for a guy like Kevin Durant? My answer to you guys is hell no. And the reason why is because the Warriors just won a championship without Kevin Durant. So why would you mortgage your future, or why would you give away the guys that actually just helped you win an NBA championship?
You know who I am. Y'all know who I am.
Clearly, you don't need a guy like Kevin Durant on this team. But let's just be honest. It would be super nice for the Warriors to have Kevin Durant back on this team. But the main issue really is, how long can Kevin Durant actually play opposed to the guys that they already have on the team? The next thing is, wait, before we get into that, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video like an assist, because here we're talking basketball. So you're going to get commentary, highlights. Most importantly, we're going to cover the biggest stories in the world of basketball. So without further ado, let's get right to the video. The Warriors have to figure out who they're going to pay. You got Clay, Draymond, Jordan Poole, and Andrew Wiggins. Are you going to trade those four guys, or are you going to give up your young core? You're going to give up Kuminga, Moody, Wiseman, plus Jordan Poole. Next, Kevin Durant wasn't happy the first time he was with the Golden State Warriors, playing with Steph Curry, playing what I like to call happy ball or team ball, where everybody gets the ball in the best places for them to actually score. And for most people, that's really just catching it and being open, right? Once you're open, now you can dissect the defense depending on your personal skill set. So if you're a guy that can shoot, or if you're a guy that can drive, well, now you're going to be driving, but you're going to drive based on coming off of a screen. And if you have any kind of finishing or vision, you're going to excel on this team, because you're kicking it out to Steph Curry. You're kicking it out to Klay Thompson. You're lobbing it up to a Kuminga or a Wiseman. If you trade for a guy like KD, you have to give up all of those assets plus future assets. And I don't really think that the Warriors are willing to do that, especially because they just won a championship. They just have to figure out and fine-tune the players that they have on the team to see who they're going to keep and who they're going to let go. Out of Clay, Dre, Wiggins, right? Who would the Nets actually want out of those players?
And it's a legitimate question. Next question.
The Warriors would possibly have to give up two of those guys, whether it be Clay and Dre or Clay and Wiggins, right? And everybody kind of assumes that Wiggins is going to be probably the centerpiece of that deal. Then do they have to give up Clay or Dre to go with them, plus Poole, plus a few picks? That Rudy Gobert trade actually kind of messed up the market for everybody, because they're going to have to give up a lot just to get a great player, which I can understand. But if you have to give up 8 to 9 players, you pretty much just gave up your entire team for one player. So is that guy really worth it? Because one guy has not won a championship. You've needed at least 3 guys, or at least 2 strong superstars and 3 really good role players, or 3 good players and 2 really good role players. Either way it goes, you have to have a good mix of role players and star players together. That's how you win an NBA final. That's how you win in the NBA finals. Basically, everyone knows their role. So when you get guys playing outside of their role, you have a problem. Who are you going to keep maxed out, or who are you going to max out if you're the Warriors? Now, if this turns into a conversation where you know you can't sign these guys, or you know that you're tired of paying the repeater tax, or the luxury tax, which these guys have all really, which the Warriors have been paying, now they may actually entertain the thought of bringing a guy like Kevin Durant back. But Kevin Durant is going to turn and not be happy again. So if I'm the Warriors, this is something that I hold off on unless I realize that I'm going to have to give up a bunch of those guys anyway. Now you gotta give Jordan Poole a contract he likes. Plus, you got to make sure that Draymond likes the next contract he gets and he wants the max. And I'm sure Klay Thompson is also going to want another max contract. Whether any of these guys deserve it or not is a completely different conversation. But the Warriors have some decisions to make. So trading for a guy like Kevin Durant really only works out if they can't keep those guys. But if I'm the Warriors, I'm figuring out who I can keep on my team, how I can pay these guys, and how I can keep them together. I have a question for you guys. How do you feel about Kevin Durant going back to the Warriors? Would this be a good idea or a bad idea? Get in the comments under this video. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.